Oh, I thought I had finished and I walked away to go grab my card and I didn't realize like people were still there because I thought I had logged off. So I came back like, oh my goodness, there I am. So I scared myself because you guys scared me or something like that. So I'm just gonna keep rolling, and it's Monday, and I'm a huge fan of, I'm trying to get my iPad going here at the same time, and catching my breath because, like I said, I thought I had hit cancel because I forgot my card that I'm going to make for you guys in my stamp room. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna start. I'm just gonna go get it, take my time, come back. Today is Monday. I love Garfield the cat, and the only thing that is different between Garfield and the cat, because I love naps, I love lasagna, I love cats, and I love Mondays. That's the only difference, is Garfield hates Mondays and I love Mondays. So I've already been sending out my cards for the day. I think I got like 40 or 50 cards out in the mail again today. So that was exciting, just to know that I'm sending some sunshine your way. Hi Lois, hi Sherry, hi Laura, hi Shelly, hi Deb, hi Lois too, I think. So I know there's a bunch of you watching, and Amy too. And yeah, all of a sudden just all these names I could hardly keep up. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. So I love Mondays. I got laundry going. I have a good start on my day, and I'm really excited about my card today. I don't know why. I'm sure you guys go through that too, where there's more projects that you're doing that are more exciting to you than other ones that you do too. So yeah. And before I get to that, oh, I have to do a shout out. I don't know if my host sister, Trudy, might be watching or not, but it's King's Day in Holland today on April 27th. It's also my parents' wedding anniversary. They've been married for well over 60 years, and so I need to give each of them a phone call today too, in between everything going on. But I'm wearing orange because I told her I'd even take a picture and send it to her. That's how they celebrate King's Day in the Netherlands, and I used to live there as a foreign exchange student. So my sister is always keeping tabs on me to make sure that I am keeping those Dutch heritage roots strong, and I love it because that was a great time in my life, and I've been back to visit. We've both been back and forth a few times, and that keeps our relationship fun too. So other things that I'm excited about, I should be better at showing you guys the fun things that I get in the mail, like beautiful cards. So just recently, Lois sent me this beautiful card telling me thank you. And yeah, okay, so back to my sister-in-law Sherry is chiming in 66 years today that my parents have been married. That is a really long time. And so my Prince Charming of 27 years just walked through the door, saw I was doing this, and he backed out really fast. Okay, so Lois sent me this great thank you for putting together her virtual party, and she's been really grateful for all the orders that have been coming in for her party. And today I got this from Shelly, and Shelly's gonna cringe. She's gonna be like, Belle, don't show that. Shelly has been tuning in a lot to my Facebook lives, and she sent this just to say thanks for doing the videos and brightening our day. But she also said, do you recognize the card? It's a blast from the past. And Shelly used to live in our area, and we used to do a lot of stamping and stamp camps together. So yes, I do recognize, and that was fun. And Tori just joined in. Now Tori's gonna cringe because, hey Tori, here's your card that you sent me. I love it. Tori's been really on a pennant and banners roll, and she's been doing a fantastic job with that. And this is what I love too that came in her card, is a coordinating happy banner. So I can't wait to put this up. I was gonna put it up over the weekend, and I thought, no, I wanna show everybody what you did with your banner and such, with the fun papers and embellishments. So, and I love that little bird. Tori just bought this bundle from me at my last crafting retreat, so it's fun to see what she's been doing with it. Hey Brian, how are things out your way? Okay, so now I'm gonna get to my card that I'm making today. Like I said, I'm really excited about it. It's the Honeybee Bundle, and I embossed that with gold embossing powder, and it's got a fun fold to it. So my stamping friend Deb loves when I do fun folds. So I'm going to show you this card start to finish, just because there's a lot of bits and pieces that you could easily replicate to make your own crafting projects, but it's not super hard either. So the only thing that I'm putting my disclaimer on is this card was one of the cards I was going to make at my Medelia Community Ed class that I've been talking about. They were going to make 6 cards, and so the benefit to you guys is that the 6 cards I am making for them, I am making for you guys live on Facebook, and then they'll get all the cards. So my disclaimer is this paper is discontinued. It was part of Celebration and offering, and it sold out, which I'm not surprised because it was really a great paper bundle or paper packet. But I wanted to let you guys know that you can't get your hands on it. So if you go through the catalog and go, where is that? But when I do community ed classes and things like that, I'm at a little bit more liberty to use the projects that might have retired products in it or part of that, but I also like to let people know that beforehand too. So, and as I go through my card today, some things that I'm using will be retiring, and I want to let you know what products that will be too, just as a heads up. So with that, I actually, just so if people had questions during my live, my iPad is working so I can see comments and things like that. So if you have questions, you can let me know. But I have my retiring list in front of me and my catalogs and such. So I will start by letting you know in the Handmade For You mini catalog, this is where I'm getting today's products. On page 30, the Honeybee Bundle. Hi Mary, thanks for joining in. And so the Honeybee Bundle will be retiring, and I kind of went, oh, it was the #1 bundle, #1 selling product bundle in this entire catalog, and I loved it, and it sold out, gosh, probably mid to end February or so, and then we just got it back in after 6 to 8 weeks. So so that's on that page. So what you get is the stamp set. You can buy the stamp set as is or bundled with the dies, and the dies come great. Like I said, I've been using this a lot lately too. So you can get the stamp set or the die separate. Buying them together ensures you get it for the 10% savings. So do it soon, because I have a feeling that these, even though they're retiring June 2nd, I have a feeling like this might sell out, especially the dies, before then, because it has been so popular. So if you're thinking, gosh, maybe I should get that, I would do it sooner than later. So that's just my heads up on that too. So I think I'm just gonna jump into the card. Like I said, it's a little bit of a technique-y type card. Is that a word, technique-y? And so just wanted to get started on that so that I can teach you how to do that. Like I said, I was like have so much going already on my Monday, because Monday I always have more energy, that I'm like, okay, do I have everything I need here? And hopefully I'll just get started. If not, I'll have to go back to my room and grab some things again. So let me adjust the camera angle again here. Adjust my tripod so I can scoot it down, and hopefully you can see my work area good. And what I'm going to do is start with my trimmer, and I'm going to take my 8.5 by 11 piece of black cardstock, and I'm going to cut that in half, which will be the 4 1/4 inch marking. And I'm just going to, with my trimmer, glide that down and just set aside the other half because I don't need that. And then I'm going to do some scoring for my fun fold card. And to do this half, to score it in half to fit in the regular size envelope, I will want to score at 5.5. So now I pull my scoring blade down and do that. And then I want to score this again in a half. So half of 5.5 is 2.75. And I'm just going to take my score and do that as well. And that should be all that I need for that. And so I'm just going to take my bone folder, make a really nice crease, and then I'm going to fold this back And I want to make sure that all of that is lined up before I crease, and then I'll do a good crease on that. Sometimes just cutting or scoring, I can be off a little bit, and then it makes this shift and is crooked, but that looks pretty good. Hello, Julie. Hi, Lisa. So, like I said, the pieces of paper that I am pulling in to make my card are from the Golden Honey Designer Series paper. Like I said, that has sold out from Celebration, but because the card that I'm making this for was a class, I can pull in things like that to make my half dozen or so cards. So this has some nice shiny, you can't probably see it too much in the camera, but it has some nice shininess to it and such. So I want to use a strip from this, and I'm going to use both the black and white and the honeybee here. And another reason why I didn't feel so bad about using this today is because Stampin' Up! In the past has had some really nice black and white Designer Series paper packets and such, and so some of you might go, oh, I don't have that, or I can substitute it with this. But I also know you guys were very generous to my business during Celebration, and a lot of you already have this packet, so you might be able to get it right out and use it to make a card similar to this. Okay, so I'm going to put that in at 2.5 and cut that. Oops. I don't think I pressed down all the way to the end. Okay, so 2.5 inches by 4, and I'm going to need 2 pieces that are 2.5 by 4. So I'm just going to then set that aside like so. And then what I'm going to do next is tape that down to my card with my snail. Here we go. And so I'm just going to take and run that along like so. And I'll put that on the front side. And then kind of what's laying here, but it turns out to be kind of the inside of the card, I want to do the opposite side of the pattern. So I'm going to put this in too on the back side, which has the honeybees and the gold embossed flowers and such. So this is how it will open, like so. So mostly the cards that I make are this size, so we're just taking and folding that over like that. Okay, so next I think what I want to do is do some embossing. And so for heat embossing, what I like to do is start with my piece of paper that I'm going to emboss on, and I'm going to use the Honeybee Hive. I know, Mary, I see your comment about continuing that line. I love the paper, I love the honeybee, and like I said, with it being the #1 seller out of the entire catalog, but then I have to step back and go, Stampin' Up! Is following trends so far in advance that they're already planning for their products for the next 12 to 18 months in the future. And so you wonder if they're like, you know what, I have no idea that this was going to be such a big hit. So they already knew it was going to be gone before it was live type thing. So, but boy, do I wish, because I have so many ideas using this bundle, and I try and stick with what's current. And so with the bundle almost being gone, that's why I wanted to use some more of these ideas that I had in my head. So I'm just inking that up with a Versamark, and the Versamark makes it really sticky. And, oh, I didn't use my embossing buddy. I was going to, and then I got sidetracked a little bit by Mary's comment, but I don't think using my embossing buddy is a must-have thing for this project, just because most of what I am stamping here will be embossed. I don't have to worry about extra flex and such. But the embossing buddy, I usually do a little swipe over to kind of prep my work area so I don't get extra finger oils and such on there. The embossing buddy is another one of the products that will be retiring. So before I started my card today for you guys, I went online and plugged in the code for the embossing buddy, and it said low inventory, order soon to ensure delivery. So I wanted to let people know that. So I'm going to get out my heat tool. I'm going to see if I can get this close to the camera so you can see it do its magic. I just think it's fun to see that happen. So I'm just gonna kind of move my heat tool around. You can see it go from kind of that rusty, powdery look to a nice shimmery gold look. So it's kind of like a thick, plasticky look. I'll set that aside. And I'm going to cut this out with my die, so I just want to set that aside to give it a little extra time to cool down so it's not tacky or sticky. And I'll set that aside. And my Versamark pad, I have to show you that. That has been well loved, and same with my customers. I always get these comments like, oh, I can't believe what people do to your products. But I love, like I see this in its memories. Now I'm thinking like how many times we got together and used this ink pad and now we can't even see each other. So that does not make me sad. That's part of it. So love that. And then next I will get out my black Memento pad. Hi Paige, thanks for joining in. I'm going to take the honeybee here. Okay, and stamp that out like so. And I want to show that close up to the camera too, for the fact that there's a lot of detail in that bee. And I want you to see that you can really see with just one ink color. There is a lot to that. So now I'm going to take my dies here and open that up. Yeah, last week we used these cute little pieces of the honeycomb. So there's a big bee that's really detailed. I'm going to use the bee that outlines what I just stamped. There's a couple flowers going one way and the other. There's a small bee. I'm going to use the hive. Last week we used the honeycomb, and even this double heart is a fun little extra add-on piece that can accent your project really nice. Okay, so I will slide that through and put my big honeybee. I'll get that lined up here like so and run that through. Hello, Barb. And then next I'm going to do the same. This is all like completely fine, no stickiness. It does not take long to cool down and dry, but I didn't want it to stick to my die, or it's almost like nail polish when you have the heat embossing and it's just coming off the press and it's hot and sticky kind of, but give it a little bit of time to dry and you can do whatever you want with that gold embossing on there. So done with those, so I can set those aside. And then to assemble, I think I'm going to start with the inside. So normally when I do an inside of a card, say this is what my inside looks, especially with black cardstock, I'm going to do a frame with the card being 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to do the inside to write on and such, the inside matting 4 inches by 5 1/4, just that 1/4 inch less. So this is going to be the inside of the card, and amazingly enough, it's still that exact same shape, or measurement, I should say, if you want. So this is the 4, so I want to half my 5 1/4, which goes that hash mark right in between the 2 1/2 and 2.75. So technically what, 2 5/8? So I'm just gonna score that with my scoring blade, and then I'll give that a little bit of a fold, and then that I'm going to just put right in and press down. And then I can take my snail here and do that same thing and press it down. So now we have that for writing whatever sentiment or greeting that you want to put on the inside. Hi, Pam. Thanks for checking in, and Nancy too. Okay, so for the rest of my assembly here, this is where it gets kind of fun. So for the fancy fold, I love, you know, how you have that different look, but it's very easy for me and everyone else, if they're doing the card with me, to put your adhesive, just to tip this over, put your snail all over, put it on, and then go, oh no, I just sealed my card shut. And I think it would be unusual if you haven't done that at least one time. So to help me not do that, I try to use dimensionals. And so I'm gonna put about 3 dimensionals on just the half side of this beehive, because then I know I'm not going to overshoot my adhesive and make the other side sticky. There's this nice little notch here on the bottom part of that too, so I know exactly where that halfway is too, and I'm not sticking it down super tight, so hopefully I can lift that up for the next steps. Let's see, so I'm going to use a little tiny itty bitty strip of gold glitter paper. And so the gold glitter paper, glimmer paper, excuse me, is sold in 12 by 12 packages, 2 sheets. And so when you see 12 by 12 and go, oh wow, yeah, I'm just using the tiniest little strip off of this. This too is on the retiring list, and we're a little confused. We're hoping that because it's a favorite of so many of us, we are hoping that maybe they bring that back into a holiday catalog, because I think technically we do use that more during a holiday period than we would maybe in normal everyday use for cards. So this I'm just going to set aside, but I didn't want to forget about talking about it retiring. I'm going to use the Hello sentiment from the Honeybee stamp set, and my scissors, I'm just going to cut a chunk off there, and then I'm going to use that banner cut, which is going straight up the middle and then going from one side to the middle and then the other side to the middle, and pulling that out, and then we have that nice banner cut like so. And then I'm going to leave kind of a nice generous cut to the side. I didn't measure that out or anything, but hopefully this will make sense. So what I'm going to do next is just kind of take where the hello is and tuck that extra behind there, and then with my bone folder just run over that to give a nice crisp edge. And then I will take a glue dot and a glue dot. So I have one glue dot on either side of that scored edge now. And what I'm going to do is set that down, and then I'm going to lift this up a little bit to get, almost looks like a little swizzle stick. So I'm going to set that so that it is now taped down underneath there. And if I want, I can also take, here's my glue dots, another glue dot. It's not going to take a lot because I have other things going on here. So I can put another glue dot underneath there if I want to. So next what I'm going to do is just slip this hello behind there, and with the glue dot on either side of the fold, I'm just going to press that down, and that's going to work perfect to hold it onto there. Hopefully I'm leaving enough room because we have the honeybee. I almost thought I lost it here. So the honeybee I'm going to deck out with the blends marker, and I'm just going to color in the stripes with my dark Daffodil Delight blends. So that just takes a little bit of that. And then my Wink of Stella. So if you ever get a package of Wink of Stella, something that now that I'm using, and I want to tell you, if you get a brand new package, in the packaging, it'll look like there is a black band in here. So when you get it, open this up by just twisting it, take off that black band, pitch it, just throw it away, and then when you put it back together, it allows the product to move forward, so you can give it that gentle squeeze. And then what it does is releases the shimmery, shiny, non-messy, glimmery, fun stuff. So I use tons of Wink of Stella on my projects because it isn't messy. You don't have to allow for dry time. You don't have to heat it. It's clear, so it coordinates with everything. The only thing it doesn't do well is photograph. So I don't know if you can see, depending on my lighting, the shimmery shine that's all over my wings on my bee. So I'm trying to move it around a little bit to see if you can. But believe me, it's on there. and it's just kind of fun. Thanks, Lisa. Like I said, I was super excited about my card, and I hope somebody else would be like, oh yeah, this is a fun one. Just, I don't know, I love the bee itself, and the colors are kind of fun too. So I don't want to have, when I'm putting this on, I just put it on with the dimensional, and I don't want to have it too high where it gets torn off in the envelope with the person opening it. So just kind of want to, I'd rather actually have it kind of scoot over the hello more than anything, so that that doesn't happen. So we have that. And then what I'm going to do is just take my scissor, and then this extra piece of gold sticking out, I can just with my eye see exactly where to cut off based on the edge of my cardstock here, like so. So we have that. And then that's about it. When I look at my sample, I feel like like my bee was up a little bit more. So had I paid closer attention to my sample, which I just made, then I think this was my first card, my sample. You can see that my beehive is much farther down. But what do I always say if you're an inventive mind? Nobody ever sees the card that you make based on my sample. So I have no problem sending these both out, and people won't be like, oh, Belle's card or beehive should have been like a ½ an inch lower. I don't even worry about that anymore. So anyway, that I think is it. So I'll show you probably the better of the two. Let me scoop this up. Okay. Thank you, Tori. Yeah, like I said, I was really excited about today's card too. And just having that fun embossing on there is really fun. And then always it almost makes me a little sentimental when I am using products like the honeybee, knowing that it's going to be retiring soon. It just makes me love it all that much more too. So thanks, Julie. And with that saying hello, I just left the inside blank so that you can put whatever type of greeting or sentiment or whatever, especially in times like this. We want a lot of thinking of you cards and that too. So this one maybe took a little bit of time, but not really. So and even though it's a fun fold, it's a very simple cut that we're used to as far as cutting your card in half and scoring in half and all that too. So the paper does a lot of it. There's not a lot of color to it, and actually if you don't have this paper, like I said, you could do a lot with it too. Hey Cortland, thanks for joining in. I haven't seen that guy for a while. So what I'm going to do next is upload this card to my Facebook page like I have been, and then I'm going to write the list of all the products and accessories that I used, and I'm gonna make a few more of these cards because these cards are going out to the group in Medelia that signed up for my community ed class too. So hopefully this has inspired you. It's been so encouraging to just continue to hear from you guys, and I hope you're all continuing to do well too. If ever you have any questions or any things that you want to run past me, don't hesitate, because I'm at home a lot and have a lot more time, and I am definitely stamping away. So hope you guys are too. Enjoy your day.